Hey everyone, today we're going to discuss an essential topic for businesses entering into distribution relationships. Distribution agreements. Whether you are the manufacturer or the distributor, these agreements are crucial in setting clear expectations, protecting your rights, and ensuring smooth business operations. In this video, we'll cover the top most important clauses that you should pay close attention to when drafting or reviewing a distributorship agreement. First off, what is a distributorship agreement? Simply put, it's a legally binding contract between a supplier or manufacturer and a distributor. This agreement defines the relationship between the parties, outlining the rights and responsibilities regarding the sale and distribution of products. Now let's get into the most important clauses that make up the backbone of any good distributorship agreement. The first clause you should always look at is territory and exclusivity. This clause defines the geographical area where the distributor is allowed to sell the products. Is the agreement limited to a specific city, a region, or a country? Additionally, is the distributor granted exclusive rights, meaning they are the only one allowed to distribute the product within that area? Or is it a non-exclusive arrangement where the manufacturer can appoint other distributors for the same area? Clearly defining these terms avoids future disputes over overlapping sales territories. Next up is the products and pricing clause. This part should clearly define the range of products that are being distributed under the contract. Are there any restrictions on new products that could be introduced later on? What's also crucial here is the pricing structure. Does the manufacturer set the pricing, or does the distributor have leeway to adjust prices based on market conditions? This clause can also outline how often prices can be reviewed and changed. The payment terms clause is another key element. This clause defines how and when the distributor will pay the supplier. Are payments required upfront, on delivery, or based on credit terms? It's also important to spell out the penalties for late payments, including late interest, suspension of the supply of products, or termination of the contract. A well-drafted payment terms clause protects both parties' cash flow and helps maintain a smooth business relationship. Another clause that often comes up in distributorship agreements is the minimum purchase requirement. Manufacturers may impose minimum purchase targets to ensure that distributors are actively pushing their products. The clause should specify the minimum quantity or value of products the distributor is required to purchase during a certain period. If the distributor doesn't meet these requirements, does the manufacturer have the right to terminate the agreement or to reduce the exclusivity? Make sure these terms are clearly set out. Next, the marketing and promotion clause is essential, especially if the distributor is expected to build the brand in their region. This clause should outline what marketing efforts the distributor is responsible for, whether it's advertising, promotions, or attending trade shows. It may also include co-op marketing arrangements where both the manufacturer and distributor share the marketing costs. Clarifying these responsibilities ensures that the brand is properly represented in the marketplace. Next up is the intellectual property clause. It is crucial to clarify who owns the intellectual property, such as trademarks, logos, patents in relation to the products. The distributor may be granted a license to use the manufacturer's intellectual property, but this should be limited to what is necessary for promoting and selling the products. This clause should also specify what happens to the intellectual property rights if the agreement is terminated. Usually, the distributor ceases to have any rights to use the IP rights, including logos and trademarks. Next, the duration and termination clause. This is essential for planning the future of your business relationship. How long is the agreement intended to last? 1 year, 5 years, or longer? Can it be renewed? And if so, under what conditions? This clause should also set out the grounds for terminating the agreement early. Common reasons might include a breach of contract, insolvency, or failure to meet sales targets. Both parties need to understand their rights and obligations when the relationship comes to an end. Finally, every agreement should have a dispute resolution clause. No matter how solid the agreement is, disagreements can happen. This clause outlines how disputes will be handled, whether through negotiation, mediation, arbitration, or litigation through the courts. Specifying the jurisdiction and the governing law is also important. You should have an arbitration clause in cross-border transactions where parties are located in different countries. You can watch my earlier videos on arbitration. So these are the top most important clauses to focus on in a distributorship agreement. While these are the basics, every agreement is unique and the specific terms will depend on the industry, the products, and the business relationship. If you are entering into a distributorship agreement, it's always wise to get legal advice to ensure that your interests are fully protected. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share, and subscribe for more legal tips and advice. See you in the next video.